There are very few characters in Roblox history who have achieved the level of cultural importance held by a guy whose entire personality is basically having brown hair. This is Bacon Hair, the default Roblox man, the starter character. The guy who joins your server looking like he has 14 Robux, no idea where the settings menu is, and absolutely no clue why everyone is calling him a noob. But somehow, over the years, this random default avatar became one of the most recognizable characters in Roblox history. And the funniest part is that Bacon Hair was never supposed to be a character. He wasn't created as some legendary hero, some terrifying villain, or some secret protagonist hiding inside the Roblox code. He was basically Roblox's answer to the question, what do we give the new guy? And the answer was apparently, give him hair that looks like breakfast. The story starts around 2014, when Roblox changed the look of its default avatars. Before Bacon Hair existed, the classic Roblox noob looked like a walking traffic light, assembled by someone who had never seen a human being before. Yellow head and arms, blue torso, green legs. Simple, beautiful, horrifying in its own way. But Roblox wanted newer avatars to look more like actual characters, so the default appearance changed. New male accounts started receiving an avatar with the man package, basic clothing, and a hairstyle officially known as pal hair. And pal hair was completely normal. There was no grand lore behind it. No secret developer sitting in a dark room whispering, one day this hair will become a cultural icon. It was simply a hairstyle. Then players looked at the brown, wavy layer sitting on the avatar's head and collectively decided, that looks like bacon. And somehow, the name stuck. This is one of the strangest examples of internet naming because nobody sat down and officially declared this character to be Bacon Hair. The community did it themselves. Roblox called the item Pal Hair. Players looked at it and basically said, no, we're calling him Bacon. And that's how a hairstyle became an identity. Site turn search 8. Now, if you've never played Roblox, you might wonder why this matters so gratulations. Humanity has successfully spent over a decade discussing a digital haircut. But in Roblox, your avatar is basically your entire social identity. You don't walk around the platform with your government-issued face attached to your forehead. You make a character. You choose the clothes. You choose the accessories. You choose the face. You choose whether you want to look like a businessman, a demon, a giant toilet, an anime character, or something so incomprehensible that the Roblox moderation team probably needs a therapist after reviewing it. So, when new players appeared wearing the same default avatar, the community immediately recognized them. Bacon Hair became shorthand for new player. You didn't need to ask someone how long they'd been playing. You could look at their avatar and make an extremely scientific assessment based entirely on their hair. Bacon Hair? New player. Expensive avatar with 15 accessories covering every square inch of their body? Veteran. Somebody wearing a default Bacon Hair while casually destroying everyone in a competitive game? Now we have a problem, because this is where the Bacon Hair stereotype started getting interesting. The community didn't just see Bacon Hair as a default avatar. They turned him into a character. And once Roblox YouTube exploded, Bacon Hair became the perfect protagonist. Think about it. You have the classic Roblox underdog. He has no Robux. He has no expensive cosmetics. He has no giant limited hat. He has no mysterious aura. He has a haircut resembling cooked pork. Naturally, this guy is going to become the strongest player on the server. The internet looked at Bacon Hair and decided he was secretly a genius. Suddenly, every Roblox video had some variation of Noob vs Pro. You'd have the rich Roblox player walking around with a ridiculous avatar worth thousands of Robux, laughing at Bacon Hair because he looked poor. Then Bacon Hair would somehow turn around and become the strongest person alive. He'd win every fight. He'd become a billionaire. He'd defeat the hacker. He'd save the server. He'd marry the Roblox princess. He'd probably cure cancer by the end of the video. The Bacon Hair had gone from new account to secret final boss in record time. And this stereotype became incredibly popular because it was easy to understand. You didn't need complicated lore. You didn't need to explain who the character was. You saw the hair and immediately understood the joke. Bacon Hair was the underdog. Rich Roblox player was the arrogant villain. The rest of the cast existed primarily to scream whenever Bacon Hair revealed his true power. It was the Roblox equivalent of discovering the quiet kid in class is secretly a nuclear physicist. Except instead of being quiet, he's usually running directly into a wall because he hasn't figured out the controls yet. The irony is beautiful. The actual Bacon Hair was often a completely new player. The fictional Bacon Hair was apparently a tactical genius capable of defeating everyone on the platform. This is where Roblox culture started separating the avatar from the person. Wearing Bacon Hair didn't mean you were bad at Roblox. It didn't even mean you were new. It simply meant you looked like the default character. Plenty of experienced players intentionally kept the Bacon Hair because they liked the design, wanted nostalgia, or enjoyed the joke. Some players would make extremely skilled avatars using the default look specifically because it made opponents underestimate them. Imagine spending hundreds of Robux on an avatar, entering a competitive game, seeing a bacon hair standing across from you, and thinking, free kill. Then 30 seconds later, you're staring at the respawn screen, wondering where your entire career went. That's the bacon strategy. No expensive cosmetics, no intimidating accessories, just breakfast. The avatar also became connected to the broader Roblox idea of the noob. And here's where things get slightly confusing, because bacon hair and noob aren't technically the same thing. A noob refers more broadly to an inexperienced player, while bacon hair specifically refers to the recognizable avatar style associated with the pal hair look. You could be a noob without wearing bacon hair, and you could be a bacon hair with thousands of hours of experience. But internet culture doesn't care about technical distinctions when there's a joke available. Bacon became synonymous with new players. Cite, turn, search, 8. Then Roblox introduced another important part of the story, guests. Before S could appear as guest accounts without a traditional username, guests had their own place in Roblox culture, and eventually became the subject of their own mythology. But when Roblox removed guests in 2017, bacon hair became even more recognizable as the visual symbol of the new Roblox player. The era of the guest was fading, and bacon hair was sitting there with his brown hair, waiting patiently to inherit the throne of guy everyone thinks is new. Cite, turn, search 0. And this is where bacon hair started becoming more than an avatar. He became nostalgia as began looking back at the old default avatar as a symbol of an earlier period of the platform. People remembered joining Roblox with nothing. No expensive accessories, no complicated avatar packages, no giant UGC item attached to every possible surface of their body. You joined a game looking like bacon hair and figured everything out as you went. You probably got bullied by somebody with a fedora. You probably fell off a map. You probably spent your first Robux on something you absolutely did not need. You probably wore the same outfit for 6 months because you didn't understand how the avatar editor worked. And somewhere in there, bacon hair became attached to those memories. This is why the character survived even after Roblox started changing its avatar systems. In 2023, Roblox made major changes to default avatars, which led to a wave of nostalgia and discussion around the old bacon hair design. Players noticed the traditional default look was becoming harder to encounter, and suddenly people who had spent years making fun of bacon hairs were posting tributes to them. The same avatar everyone called poor was now being treated like a historical artifact. Humanity once again proves that if you wait long enough, everything becomes nostalgic. Site turned YouTube 18.9. And honestly, this is probably the strangest part of bacon hair's evolution. He's star. He became a noob. Then he became a meme. Then he became an underdog hero. Then he became a symbol of Roblox nostalgia. And now people deliberately recreate the bacon hair look because they like the aesthetic. The character has gone through more development than most actual Roblox characters. He has had no dialogue, no official personality, and no confirmed story, yet somehow the community gave him an entire cinematic universe. There is the poor bacon hair, the genius bacon hair, the hacker bacon hair, the military, the rich bacon hair, the evil bacon hair, the superhero bacon hair, the bacon hair who gets bullied, the bacon hair who becomes a billionaire, the bacon hair who gets revenge, the bacon hair who somehow ends up dating the Roblox princess. At this point, bacon hair has experienced every possible human emotion except owning a comb. And the most hilarious thing is how consistent the stereotype became. You could make a Roblox video in 2018, put a bacon hair on the thumbnail, and everyone immediately understood the premise. The bacon hair was going to suffer. He was going to be underestimated. Somebody rich was going to insult him. Then the plot twist would happen. Bacon hair would reveal that he was actually insanely powerful. The rich guy would regret everything. Somebody would learn a valuable lesson about judging people based on appearances. And then the video would end with dramatic music while bacon hair stared into the distance. Cinema. Absolute cinema. There is also something genuinely interesting about why bacon hair became such an effective symbol for new players. Roblox is heavily built around customization and status. Players collect items, they trade, they buy cosmetics, they show off limited items. Some avatars cost enormous amounts of Robux. So the default bacon hair represents the opposite end of the spectrum. He doesn't need anything. He arrives with the basic equipment and starts playing. That made him an easy target for people who wanted to flex their virtual wealth. And naturally, the community turned that social dynamic into comedy. The person with the expensive avatar wasn't necessarily stronger. They simply had more expensive pixels attached to their body. Bacon hair could still walk into the server and destroy them. Sometimes the funniest thing you could do was wear the most basic avatar possible while being extremely good at the game. It turned the entire idea of avatar status upside down. Then came the bacon hair is secretly a pro phenomenon. This became one of the most recognizable Roblox character tropes. You'd see a bacon hair join the game. Everyone laughs. Then 5 minutes later, he's casually defeating everybody while the supposedly professional players are standing around wondering what went wrong. And I think this is why Bacon Hair became so beloved. He's relatable. Most players started somewhere. Everyone was a noob at some point. Everyone had their first day. Everyone had no idea what they were doing. Everyone had some embarrassing default avatar phase. Bacon Hair represents the beginning. He's the player before the cosmetics, before the experience, before the thousands of hours, before the person has learned which games are actually worth playing and which ones are just a giant thumbnail with a simulator attached. He is Roblox, before Roblox becomes complicated. That's why even players who have been around for years still recognize the character instantly. The hairstyle has become a visual shortcut for an entire era of the platform. And somehow, the name Bacon Hair became more powerful than the actual name Pal Hair. Ask most players what Pal Hair is, and you'll probably get a blank stare. Ask them what Bacon Hair is, and suddenly they have a 12-minute speech prepared. The official name lost the battle to a food comparison made by random players on the internet. That's how culture works. Developers create something. Players rename it. Everyone accepts the new name. Nobody remembers the original. Somewhere inside Roblox's catalog, Pal Hair is probably sitting there wondering what went wrong. And today, Bacon Hair still exists as a recognizable Roblox style. You don't have to be new to wear it. You don't have to be poor. You don't have to be bad at the game. You don't even have to like bacon. The hairstyle simply became an icon. Recent discussions still show players remembering their first Bacon Hair avatars and talking about the old default designs with nostalgia. Cite turn Reddit 20, turn Reddit 23. So the origins of Bacon Hair are actually far less dramatic than the Vexhatch. Ari was no secret laboratory, no cursed account, no ancient Roblox prophecy, no developer sacrificed 12 Robux to summon him. There was a default avatar redesign in 2014, a hairstyle called Pal Hair, and a community that looked at the brown stripes and decided they resembled bacon. From there, the internet did what the internet does best. It took something simple and turned it into an entire mythology. Bacon Hair became the noob, then the underdog, then the secret pro, then the hero, then the nostalgia character. He went from being the guy everyone laughed at to being one of the most recognizable symbols of Roblox history. And honestly, that's a pretty impressive career for a hairstyle. Bacon Hair never needed an official origin story because Roblox players wrote one for him. They turned a default character into a protagonist, a joke into a meme, and a hairstyle into an identity. So the next time you see a Bacon Hair join your server, don't immediately assume you found a helpless beginner. That guy might have 0 Robux, a default smile, and hair resembling a plate of breakfast. But somewhere in Roblox mythology, he's already defeated 3 hackers, become a billionaire, saved the server, and exposed the corrupt billionaire who bullied him in the first 5 minutes. Or he's genuinely new and currently staring at the settings menu, trying to figure out how to turn his graphics down. Either way, respect the bacon. He's been through enough.